Thanks for having me.
Your friend and I guess colleague, I don't know the best way to put it, but a fine man he is, Tim.
Yes.
He's
my boss, but he's also a very good friend.
Yeah.
He's a better friend. Kidding.
And so I didn't know him prior, and our friends at Embark Travel and Jack and Julie just said, I said, where can I go where I don't have to be quarantined and it's stunningly beautiful and I can get, 5-star service? They go, well, that's easy. Talk to Tim, right? And so because the Four Seasons Los Cabos, Costa Palmas, right?
Costa Palmas. It's
Costa Palmas is open and ready for business. So I talked to Tim, came down, and as the history books will write, we came from 1 week and we're on our third. And so I'm glad that you came down because we didn't plan to be, but
I'm glad Tim connected us.
Absolutely. So just tell everybody what your role is here, and then I have some comments if you don't mind.
Of course, yeah. Hey everybody, my name is Colin Daley. I'm the Director of Sales of Four Seasons Los Cabos at Costa Palmas. So excited to be here with Arthur. We had a lovely dinner a few nights ago at Milos, our signature restaurant, and here we are today to further that conversation.
And by the way, all of my friends who are from New York, we have 2 Milos there, so it is the same experience, but you're sitting by the ocean.
But this is your view.
And this is just
2 miles of Sumul Beach along the Sea of Cortez. But I can give you a little background on myself.
Please.
I joined Four Seasons back in 2006 up in Whistler, British Columbia, Canada. I'm Canadian, and spent many years in the mountains, and that's actually where I worked for Tim, and eventually migrated from the mountains to the beaches of Hawaii, and I worked for our Four Seasons Hawaii property for several years. But eventually relocated to Southern California where I live today. So I've actually been commuting 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off down to the resort since last May.
Where Tim is as well.
And Tim, he's in Manhattan Beach. I'm in Santa Monica. So most of our team is satellite in Los Angeles, although I have team members in Seattle and Houston as well. And we've been working during the pre-opening to get the resort open, and we launched October 1st, 2009. It was an amazing experience. We were sold out by our festive season, which is right around the end of December. I had a really great Q1 of this year, and then as you know, we hit a global pandemic. So we did close the resort from about late March. Fortunately, the destination did all the right steps in closing right away, which has allowed Los Cabos, Mexico, to reopen. And they did June 15th, kind of ahead of many other destinations. And then we reopened our doors June 26th. And we've been very fortunate. Four Seasons launched an initiative with Johns Hopkins Medicine called Lead with Care. And it's really been a great program to not only protect our guests and our homeowners of Costa Palmas, but also our employees, our family. And so we've got
a whole ecosystem. We got our package in the room. Yeah. Totally, everybody's adhering to this.
They really are. I mean, look, I've been traveling down from Los Angeles 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off since August of this year. I feel very safe. It's almost eerie going through LAX when there's nobody in the security lines. But I travel. I usually fly down with Alaska Airlines, and there's many airlines flying in: Delta, American, Southwest, Eastern Airlines just launched, which was an old airline. It's back up and running out of New York, so great for all your friends in New York. And I've been coming down, and when you land at the Los Cabos airport, you do have a temperature check, but it's not invasive. Upon arrival to our resort, which is only 45 minutes northeast from the airport, and again, you're usually taking a private transfer, and those drivers are wearing their masks, shields, following all the right protocols.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, and then you felt it. You arrived, and you're greeted by our doctor that's on call. We'll ask you a few questions, another quick temperature check, and masks are optional for our guests, but of course, all of our staff members are required to wear masks. We're following all the right protocols here. By design, our resort is socially distanced. I mean, look at our beach.
You don't have to be close to anybody if you don't
You
want.
really don't. It's incredible, and so people are definitely feeling safe here. So again, if you're flying from LA, it's only a couple of hours, but of course there's other areas of the U.S. to fly from. Once you get here, by design, our pools are spread out, our beach is massive. Just the sheer depth of it is incredible. We have several restaurants. Most of them are outdoors, open air. We've got a golf course that's operating. We're only allowing X number of people on the golf course. Same goes for our Oasis Spa. And then if you want
the fitness club, and the basketball court, and the tennis court, and the spa.
Yeah. There's an abundance of amenities over here. We've got all of our ocean sports, kayaking, paddleboarding, Hobie sail cat boat. It's also the first ever Four Seasons Marina resort, so that's a game changer for us. It's still being built out, but right now we have about 5 boats in our fleet, including the deep sea fishing boat, the catamaran. I'm taking clients out on Monday actually on a sunset sail cruise, just bring along the Sea of Cortez. And then eventually, about a year from now, it'll feel like You won't have to fly to the south of France and have that yachting experience. You're literally going to have it here at Costa Palmas. But there are areas that you do, or you are required to wear a mask, like you mentioned, the fitness center, going into the spa. But people feel safe here. A lot of our guests continue to extend. I know a couple. And you know what? I feel safer here than I do in Los Angeles. The culinary scene here is exceptional. The product's incredible, and that's a given with Four Seasons, but it's the people.
Actually, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's the people.
You expect the product to be exceptional.
As it should.
But what I wanted was, what I was hoping you would comment on is that your experience in being here from the beginning through the gestation to see what's going on and talk a little bit about, we all have our own ideas about staffing in Mexico and all that business, but let's talk about that because we talked a little bit about it, and it is just beyond. And like I said, we expect to be treated, 7-star or whatever you want to call it, and you are. But there's just a spirit among the staff that they're just so grateful to be here, and they're grateful to be part of the Four Seasons family, and they're grateful.
Goosebumps.
I'm not saying that because I don't have any skin in the game except, you bought me dinner, okay, that's it. But other than that,
And a lot of king crab legs.
That's right. Yeah. So let's talk about how that all came. It's really interesting, right?
Great. Thank you for asking the question. It really is about the people. I've had my experiences. I came down last August and arrived on my birthday. And that day we had 100 new employees starting with us. So we went into the ballroom and they asked me to speak a little bit about sales. And I had no idea, but none of these employees knew me. And I walked in as a colleague, and then out of nowhere, 100 people in that room started singing "Happy Birthday" to me. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I almost cried.
Yeah, right.
I walked in that room as a stranger, and we all walked out together as family. And honestly, that is what it's all about. And Four Seasons does a fantastic job of that. We had 3 career fairs where we hired many of our employees here locally. Of course, we have a lot of people like myself, expats, that come in to help launch a resort, in various departments. But really finding local talent is extremely important. We had 3 career fairs with 3 different towns, and we were expecting maybe 400 or 500 people to show up. We had over 1,000 people come to those career fairs. People are, Four Seasons is the creme de la creme when it comes to, for me at least, hospitality companies. I've been with the company over 10 years. The amount of time and energy and training, skills and knowledge that they invest in their employees far exceeds any other company I've worked for.
It is so evident. It's right out there all the time.
We take care of our people, right? And that's reflected in the service that we provide. But we also have large transportation buses that actually bring a lot of our staff in from San Jose, Miraflores, Santiago, bring them into work several shifts a day. That's incredible. As an employee, you don't have to worry about transferring, watch Netflix on the way to work, go to sleep, talk to other colleagues. But we really recognize that was crucial to make sure that we're attracting the right talent to operate a resort. It's not easy opening a resort, let alone in a remote location.
Doesn't go unnoticed, by the way, because this is massive. How many keys? 142 keys?
141.
141 keys, and every room is great. And there's, 5 pools? 6 pools?
I tell people, look, you got the Sea of Cortez is a pool, right? You've got our family pool, and there's 3 little baby royal pools around for the youngsters, the heroes. You've got our Eastgate pool, which is our adult pool. We've got a little hidden ocean pool on the oceanfront crest in the marina.
That's where we're hanging.
That's a great place to bunker down.
Yeah.
Definitely socially distancing. We have our lap pool and our fitness center, and to be honest, every single room on the lower floor, and these are kind of casitas, bungalows if you want to call them. There's either 2 or 3 stories, and in each bungalow or casita, you have a room downstairs that's called an ocean view plunge pool room. So literally every single room or suite on the lower floor has an outdoor plunge pool. So we got a lot of pools.
So the food has been exceptional.
The culinary scene here is
really creative, thoughtful, and local. An explanation. When you go to a fine dining restaurant, the people who attend to you, they know exactly what's going on all the time, and they know it here too. It's like being in a New York City restaurant. Okay, let's just say that. For now, it's
definitely the biggest.
Yeah, for sure. So we really appreciate
Chef Tona, our food and beverage director, incredible what they've done here. When we first opened the resort, a lot of people are saying to us, like, it feels like this place should have been open for 2 years to have food of this quality, taste, flavors. Chef Tony came up from our Four Seasons Hotel Mexico City property. Recently had won a huge competition within Four Seasons, the Americas, as a top chef. So we were very fortunate to have him. He's embraced the East Cape. So we're all along the East Cape of the Baja Peninsula. Incredible culinary scene here. We literally have fishermen that come in by boat every day at 5 a.m. Chef and her team are out there hand selecting. Talking about the clams, or it's lobster, or a red snapper, the king crab legs that we feasted on the other night. You know, you name it. We get the freshest fish, the freshest produce here at Costa Palmas. Not only for our restaurants, Milos, Limon, which is kind of a Baja backyard restaurant on the backside of the resort, underneath the stars.
Outside grill.
Everything's
fires,
on the grill.
fire pits.
Exceptional.
Yeah, it's just awesome.
Fire pits, yeah, we can do some wars around the fire. And then you have Costa Palmas, which is a Mexican grill house, and also lying on the Sea of Cortez. But we also have abundance of seafood for our homeowner community. So Costa Palmas is about 1,500 acres of land. So a lot of guests not only are coming down here to stay here, but they're also potentially looking to buy real estate in Costa Palmas. Whether you want a beachfront casita on Sea of Cortez, maybe you want to buy a marina condo, you can literally sail from Marina del Rey right into your slip and go have dinner in Milos. I mean, it's going to be a game changer. You know, it's very close to the United States. So I feel safe here. The food's amazing here. The people are amazing here. But what's really important is we're going above and beyond and following all the right protocols to ensure our staff, guests, and residents are safe. And that's a top priority. And I can't begin to tell you how many people look at me and go, you know, I feel safer here than I do in my hometown.
Well, it's
rightfully so.
very clear that you're taking it seriously. There's nothing cavalier about it at all. It's very
corridors and
protocols.
Even staffing, you know, we're testing our staff randomly for COVID. A lot of staff on a weekly basis, more so I can guarantee than any other resort is. We recognize it's of utmost importance to make sure our staff are safe so that our guests are safe.
So can we talk about how everybody has to hurry up and make reservations because you're booking up?
Sure.
And
yeah.
you have also a limitation, just like everybody else, on how much the occupancy is, and it's growing 30, 40, or 50, whatever it is.
Yeah, right now we're averaging about 50% occupancy. You know, we didn't want to open the resort, and the destination did a very good job of putting regulations in place, so you're not going to fill the property right away. And you know what? Even if we could have, I think by slowly,
Inch by inch,
she didn't want to have this place packed because I think people would have had a fear of crowds. There's no crowds here, and again, by design, even when we're busy, we were sold out last weekend. We had an exceptional golf tournament last Saturday, full house Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Again, everybody felt safe. Yeah, so again, by design, we don't have issues with crowds. And on that note, you know, the flights from the U.S. are easy to get here. You know, right now, there's not many places in the world that are accepting an American passport, to be honest. Mexico is. We're embracing it. You don't have to have a COVID test, though you're welcome to have one. You can get one here at the resort with our doctor. And what's the last thing I was going to say? Our location. You know, we're not in the tourist quarter, or most people are familiar with Los Cabos, between Cabo San Lucas and San Jose.
Yeah.
We're completely opposite. So when you arrive at the airport, we're driving left, northeast. Everyone else is going to the right, down south. We're on the Sea of Cortez. It's very still and calm. This is a swimmable beach, which is very rare for Cabo. A lot of the beaches are on the Pacific side, rocky. You can't get in the water.
So I can say this: it's very civilized here compared to down there. I can say that. Expect you to say that.
You know, Four Seasons does a great job of really creating our own destination. First and foremost, my job, and everyone's job here, is to embrace Los Cabos as a destination. There is something for everybody along the peninsula. But we're not here to cannibalize the marketplace. We're here to create our own destiny, our own destination. And the journey here is very safe. And as a result, this recipe for success is allowing our occupancy to grow. It's very healthy on the weekends. We're pretty much sold out on our weekends now. If you're looking for not a time frame to get in, I really encourage Sunday, Monday, Tuesday arrivals. But of course, if you want to come in on the weekend, there's lots of availability. But key holidays, like for example, we're sold out for U.S. Thanksgiving. We're getting very close to selling out on the latter half of our festive season, which is around December 26th to 31st, New Year's. So we're doing very well. We're very humbled and honored and appreciative, as is everybody here at the resort, that we're open and operating. There's many hotels around the world that are still closed. And the hospitality industry in general is a very resilient industry, but we're really, really lucky that we're open and people are traveling, people are safe coming here, and it's really exciting to see the occupancy grow. So, on that note, thank you. You've been a huge ambassador, really embracing the Costa Palmas lifestyle, and now we just got to make you a homeowner.
Where do I sign? I've been a firsthand witness that I've been here for 3 weeks, so today's Sunday, and even though I knew because we were talking and I was talking to Juan that there was an increase in the occupancy, you would never know it. Yeah. Plenty of room in the restaurants, there's nobody on the beach, they could go out and not see anybody.
100%. By design, I mean, our owners are a creative genius. You never have to wait for a pool chair. You never have to wait for a restaurant reservation. You're not going to be in a pool with a bunch of crowds. The golf course, same thing in the spot. By design, you're never having to wait for anything, and we want you to feel safe. And pre-COVID, it was like this. So honestly, Arthur, whether we're 100% occupied, 80%, or 50%, it's never going to feel crowded. You're still going to have that same attention to detail and attentive service from all of our staff, whether it's the director of sales or our incredible housekeeping team or our culinary staff, front desk, you name it.
Everything, by the way, is instant. And even though I'm not in the immediate gratification nation age, millennials, they want everything because they get Facebook, Instagram, everything.
Story of my life.
Instant here. And I will, if you don't mind me kind of wrapping it up on this note, and you can also comment, but when we first came, we were escorted around the show a little bit and walked to our room, and there's seats everywhere. There's lounge chairs, there's chaise lounges, there's everywhere. And I said to Gucci, I said, is there service? He says, every seat has service. Now think about that. This is massive. So when you sit down, it's almost within a minute before someone shows up, and you don't even know where they came from, right? What can I do for you? It is amazing. So,
well, Gucci was 100% right. Yeah, he's an exceptional employee, one of the best. And we've got many people like him that really, embrace the resort, but able to share that type of feedback. It is really humbling for me. That he's absolutely right. You never have to wait. There's always a seat for you. There's always somebody servicing it. On that note, we truly appreciate your stay. We would be very honored for your network to come join us. And come on. If you're comfortable and you're ready to travel, we're happy and ready here for you. And thank you.
Yeah. But I've been having Zoom calls in the room, and I like to do is hold up my computer, and they go, "What are you?"
Yeah. Sometimes I'm crushing emails in my room, and I'm looking up, and then I'm like, "Oh, maybe I should be in a room with walls and no windows so I can actually get my work done." It's an amazing office. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful hotel, and just thank you for your time.
It's been exceptional. Mary and I have just had the best. And we're coming back. We're going to bring our friends and let everybody know about it.
Thanks, Arthur.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Mary.
Colin.
Really appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Next time.